channel. Wanted to come to you and update you on the Canton Network token. I'd like for you to understand and listen to what I got to say. When I do come on here and make these videos, I do pre-write scripts for these tokens so I don't forget nothing or get nothing left out. So if you would just listen to the end, give you the update, the complete update on Canton Network. Canton Network is down 0.18% on the day, and you can see the price is at 0.1522. And I'm gonna blow this chart up, and I want you to look at the volume. I want you to be able to see the whole screen, and I'm gonna bring to you Canton Network. So, what if I told you that one level on this chart will decide the next massive move for Canton Coin? And if that level breaks, we could see another major drop across the market. But if it holds, this could actually become one of the most explosive bounce setups we've seen in weeks. Today we're going to break it down the 4-hour chart for Canton Coin. I like to do the 4-hour chart because I don't do daily trades on Canton Network. I'm not a day trader. I'm a long-term holder. So this is why I do the 4-hour chart. It's in between, short-term and, long-term, kind of giving you a close-up view and, data, couple of days, what to look for. So look at the key setup and the resistance levels, and I'll show you exactly what smart money is watching right now, because this chart is telling a very important story, and most traders are completely missing it. In the market context of this video, before we dive into the chart, we need to talk about what's been happening in the broader crypto market. Recently, we've seen a lot of altcoins struggling to maintain bullish momentum, even though big narratives like AI crypto, institutional blockchain networks, tokenized finance are gaining traction. Many altcoins are still in correction mode, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now with Canton Coin. After running up earlier this year, the market started forming lower highs and lower lows, which is the first sign that momentum is shifting from buyers to sellers. Now let's break down the chart. We're going to talk about the downward, the downtrend structure. Looking at the 4-hour chart, one thing becomes very clear: the market structure is currently bearish. Can we all agree that it is? We did have Canton Coin that run up all the way up to 18-19 cents, and now we're pulling back. We can see a clear pattern forming: lower high again, then another lower high. And every time price tries to move up, it gets rejected at resistance. This tells us something important. Sellers are stepping in earlier and earlier. That's usually what happens before markets either continue the downtrend or form a major reversal. Right now, we're at the point where the market must make a decision. We got key resistance levels. Let's talk about the levels that bulls need to break. The first major resistance area sits around 0.155 to 0.156, and we can see on the charts, this zone has already been rejected multiple times, which means traders are using this level to sell rallies. But the bigger resistance level is above that, and that area is around 0.159 to 0.160. This is where the major moving averages are sitting. Whenever price is below these moving averages, the market is still technically in a downtrend. So if Canton Coin wants to flip bullish again, it must do something very specific. It needs to break above 0.159 and hold it as support. If that happens, the entire structure changes. Major support levels. Now we're going to talk about major support levels. And as you can see on the chart, our major support level right now is at 0.145. This area has already acted as strong demand. When price dropped into this level, buyers immediately stepped in and pushed the market back up. That tells us that smart money is watching this zone very closely. But here's the problem. Every time the market bounces, it keeps making lower highs. That means buyers are getting weaker. And if support gets tested too many times, eventually it breaks. And this is what I'm trying to bring to you. We're going to talk about the critical range now. Right now, Canton Coin is stuck inside what traders call a decision range. The range is basically between 0.145 and 0.159. Inside this range, price will move sideways and trap traders, but eventually the market will break one direction. And when that happens, the move could be very aggressive. Because the longer price consolidates, the bigger the breakout usually becomes. And that's bullish. And that's going up or down. That's bullish or bearish. And right now we're going to cover the bullish scenario. Let's start with the bullish case. If buyers can push price above 0.155 and then break through the 0.159, that would flip the entire chart structure. At that point, the next potential targets could be 0.165 and 0.170, or possibly higher. This would signal that the correction might be ending, and that Canton Coin could be preparing for another bullish run. And I want to bring you the bearish scenario of it. But we also have to look at the other side, because the price fails to break resistance and we drop back towards support again. This is a very real possibility that 0.145 eventually breaks. If that happens, the next downside targets could be 0.138, down to 0.132, and could even possibly drop back lower. And that would confirm that the downtrend is continuing. So I want to bring, the final thoughts of this is, so right now the Canton Coin chart is sitting at a very important moment. The two levels that matter most are our support level at 0.145 and our resistance. If we can get above 0.159. Whichever level breaks first will likely determine the next major move. So I need y'all to keep looking at this on the charts. If you hold Canton Network, keep watching that 0.145. We lose that, we break through that floor that's been holding us up multiple times, we're going to go lower. But if you see us pushing up and we can get above the 0.159 resistance area that you see on the charts here, and hold that level, we have turned back in a bullish trend on Canton Network. So traders should be watching these zones very closely, because once the market decides this move to happen very quickly. And see, that's what I was on the brain to you. Very important to watch these levels on Canton Network. See, we're above the 50-day moving average on the 4-hour chart, but we get close up to this 100-day and the 200-day. This is where these areas of resistance is. So if we get above this 0.159 area, that pushes us above the 100 and the 200-day, and we hold that, we are back up in an upward trend on Canton Network. But where we've hit this support zone down here, like I say, if we keep hitting it, we're going to break through it, and we're going to be dropping lower. So I wanted to bring you this update. I know it ain't much, but you can see the volume here. We have, in the last several 4-hour candles here, we have made a push back up to the top of that, to the resistance here. But right now we're getting rejected. So hoping that we can get pushed through this, we can get retail to come in here and buy up some Canton Network. Hoping that the buyers can outperform the sellers. So I'd love to see the buyers come in here and buy up Canton Network on these resistance levels and turn these areas right here from resistance into support, getting above the 16-cent level basically. So if you like what the content, we ask you to subscribe to the channel. If you have any, you have a specific coin you'd like to get us to cover, we do cover XC and several others. Just leave it in the comments, and let us know in the comments what you think about Canton Network. I'm a strong believer in this project. So follow the banks, follow the money, make profits. So God bless you until we see you on the next one. Y'all have a good one.